Coming up on the next episode. Good Thursday afternoon, YouTube. It is 1:44 now in the PM. I am in the shop, as I have been for several days now, it seems like. Working on this once more. I found a couple more issues after I recapped it, and I did find one more cap also. I will point out to you that I really probably wasn't no big deal about replacing, but I went ahead and replaced it because all the rest of them have been. And so that's that. Try as I might, I think I mentioned the fact that you adjust those coils on the back of that tuner, that switch that's located on the, I pointed to it, or I think I pointed it out in the manual. But anyway, try as I might to adjust that, it will not adjust. It is froze in there, I guess, is for lack of a better term. And it is impossible to turn it. I've even, they say not to use metal. I've even tried that. That didn't work either. So, like I said, that's not going to be an act, or what do you call it, for that. So, what I have done instead, and this was probably a better idea in the begin with anyway, is install a counter out jack. You guys probably have seen those in other RF generators. People add them to hook a frequency counter to, and that's what I have done with this. In addition to that, and I'm going to turn it around here so you can see, I've also removed the big long RF cable from it, and let's see if we can not zoom in, but just tilt up a little bit there and go in a little bit like there. There's our RF jack, B and C. Now it could be used with just any kind of cable I want to use it with. And there's our counter jack right there. My plan is I have these little, and you guys have seen them all before, I think, but these little signal counters like this, and I'm going to make a 3D printed box, obviously. But I'm going to, I've got a filter on the way, a red filter for it, and I'll make a box to sit on top of it, and I'm going to put a jack on that, and that way I can just run a cable from here and go underneath here, go around like that and come up on top, and that will work just fine. That will leave me, the way I'll have to adjust I can instantly see the frequency it's at when I adjust this. Even though it may be wrong on the scale, it will be right. So that's the general idea about that. Like I said, I read all the forums about how to, you put in, they recommended, I think, everything from PV Blaster, WD-40, just everything that you think about loosening something to try that. And I've tried several different things, but nothing I tried worked. And like I said, for one thing, if you look at it, it looks to me like it's cracked in like a couple of places. And I don't know if that's got anything to do with it moving or not, but anyway, it does make it, hard to put a plastic thing in there because it just wants to turn, strip out. So, like I said, that didn't work. So this is the only way I could figure to go that would work out better. And so anyway, also this has been replaced. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it. This power switch here has been replaced, and it looks okay. But I noticed when I was under there working on it, it was loose, and so what I did was take and tighten everything up underneath there, and run, make sure the wires are running correctly, and did all that. Now let me show you a little closer on the counter and such. Get my pointy stick. Here's our RF out coming here. It goes into the RF gain pot right here, this is our full maximum power coming to it. And then the middle section here is the one that goes out through this capacitor and goes down to the RF out right here. And also there's a ground for that coming up here. And this is the wire I ran for the counter out. It just goes straight to the full power option of it there. It comes down underneath here and around through here. And out here, there's a 20 picofarad cap right there. And it goes out there. So that's all that is. And also, while I was doing that, I took this lead here off and put a piece of heat shrink on that. Keep that out of harm's way. And so that's that. Now here's the other little capacitor that I replaced down here. And like I said, I don't think there was a big deal about it. But again, like I say, all the rest of them had been replaced. Why leave that one there? That's the way I felt about it anyway. So that's been replaced. I think it's just a 10 microfarad at 16 volts or whatever it was. I don't think I've got 50 volts. So that's what that is. So that's that. Now that's working pretty good. Everything is hunky-dory, as they say. Alright, well, it occurred to me after I made the video before, might have been a good idea to do a little demo of it, make sure it works. I haven't even tried it. So as you can see, this wire here comes from the frequency counter out, goes over to the heath kit, which is sitting right as close as I could get it to 455 kilohertz. And if you look at the dial, it's pretty darn close to 455 kilohertz. And if we follow the RF out over here from the jack there, comes over to our little radio here with the antenna on it. And you can hear 455 is coming in loud and clear. I'll adjust it off a little bit. So right in there is pretty much perfect. Of course, I can't get it exactly back where it was. Never can do that. Yeah, well, it's 455, 704 now, but anyway, it's still working. Close enough. Whoops, lost my antenna. So that's a good demo of it, I do believe, and that was something lacking on the my part. I just didn't think about doing it. RF level is down as low as it goes. Obviously, you can turn it up. Modulation's around 30%, I'd say. It works good. So everything is working good on this thing. I can't complain too much, other than the fact that it's going to be way off on the IF for the FM. But other than that, it's still, you know, I've got the output now for the frequency counter, and won't be any problem to change that. And once you do that, then, you know, it works really good. So, alright, back to the other video. And I think this is about ready to put back in the cabinet. I don't think there's anything else. I'm not crazy about the, I was going to change the power indicator light, but the little neon bulb in here, it's just not very bright. Maybe by the time it sits underneath there, it might be visible. I've seen it before. I mean, you know, when it's a little darker in here, I've been able to see it pretty easy. But if it's real bright in here, you just don't see it as well. So, anywho, that's that. Again, not a big deal. So that's the way we're sitting now. We're just about, like I say, ready to put this thing back in its cabinet and shove it back in its little cubby hole. And I'm sure it's wanting to get back there as much as we're wanting to get it back there. So I had played around with different ideas about how to do this frequency counter thing. I was going to run a direct line up to it, and I thought, well, you know, this way you put this output here, you're not stuck with that one counter. You can hook up the heath kit over there. It's sitting over there. I could hook that if I wanted to. And like I said, that's just, to me, the way to go. And far better way. And there was plenty of room there to do that. Obviously, there's nothing there. I had to put a washer behind this one because of the, they had a strain relief. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. Behind the RF cable, and that made a big hole. So that's what that was. So I doubt that I'll even use that RF cable, because those alligator clips on that are corroded and everything else. So probably what I'll do is just buy some more BNC cables, and like this. These make great ones for the frequency counter, and so that will make a good RF input, or input, output, whatever. Output, I guess. So that'll work real good on that. So that's no more problem with that. Now these down here, there is one little more problem that I'm not really worried about, is this here, because this probably will never ever be used. This is the in-circuit adjust for transistor testing, I think. So I doubt that, I've got the component tester over there. That's all I use for testing transistors. So these are the same thing. I don't really know. I could use them if I wanted to, but I don't really want to. There's a one of these missing from there. Not sure why there's a big blue one on, but obviously there's supposed to be a smaller blue one, I think, on that end too. So you have three. I think that's the way it works anyway. So are you even seeing that? Yeah, I think you were seeing it. All right, so that's that. I know I got to try to pay attention to my videoing here. I keep forgetting where I'm looking at. I'm talking away and not looking at anything, at least on the video. So anyway, that's a good look at what I was doing today. Been trying to stay busy. I've got a couple of things coming up that people have asked for. One's a 3D print job, and I've done that already, and I've got the box ready to mail out to the individual here. He knows who he is, so I won't mention any names. He can say it on his video if he wants to, but that's got to be taken to the post office. I was going to do it today, but I got busy doing this stuff, and then you know how that works. And I haven't even printed up the label for it yet, so got to do that. And like I say, that's coming. Somebody is sending me something to work on. That will be mentioned when it gets here. I've told him he's doing video on it also, and so he asked me to wait until his is up. I'm waiting for that, so we'll see how that looks and when we get it. And not really had much of a chance to use the new scope, and I don't think I've even mentioned it on a video yet, but there it is, a little cute little thing, and it does work. I've tried it on several different things, and I'll probably do a demo of it here before long. But again, there's our on-off right there, and like I say, it's a handy little thing. I think it's going to work out really good. Not really sure yet how I'm doing the holder for it over here on the MFP. I couldn't think of the name of it. As much as I've dealt with it, you'd think I'd know instantly what that is. These wires here, I've got them out pretty much out of the way, but it needs to be kind of put in this spot here, and I think it'll fit in there okay if it goes in at an angle and then goes back into its slot. Basically, I want to put it in much like this. And it's not really so much for using it in there, but it's just to have it displayed, I guess, or whatever. And then if I want to use it, I take it out and do whatever I need to it. It's just going to be kind of like a holder for it. But that's basically the way it's going to fit in there and sit is like that. So that's the way that's going to work. And if I wanted to, I could pop it down in there and leave it down in there while I was doing something else with a display going, or whatever. So that's another option. So that's some stuff I'm working on. Busy. I figure while I have this streak of energy, I might as well take advantage of it and do what I can. And to that end, I have been. So still planning on doing the Packard Bell demo with the high voltage DC power supply, or DC power supply, and showing how that works. And hopefully that will work good. Now also, this is changed. I think I mentioned this the other day, that I had marked on here some things for the MFP, but those have been changed. I think you can see that. That says SINE now. I got the SQR off and found out that this up is sine wave and down is... I was going by how it sounded. I always thought the square wave had a fatter sound to it, but apparently not, because I put the scope on it, and this is, you know, up is sine wave and down is square wave. So that's that. So did that, and all the rest of them are still right. So that's good. Good. I think that's about it. I've covered just about everything I can think of. I don't know, this is Thursday, so I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Hopefully get out and mail that package, number one, but I may do a flap in the car, I don't know. Use the new dash cam, the Rexing, because I like the way it sounds. I think it sounds pretty good in the car, and may try that, I don't know, we'll see. And we'll, you know, get there when we be there, or we'll do it when we see it, or something. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's kind of cloudy day today. Temperature-wise, it's in the 50s, I think. So, you know, it's typical spring day. You know, one day it's 70 degrees, the next day it's 40, and you just, you never know how to dress or anything else. But I stay inside most of the time anyway, so it doesn't much matter. So, again, been listening to my nice LA oldies here. And if you did, was she crying? So, that's what I've been doing there. Like I say, that just works out really well for me to sit back here and work and listen to that, and makes the day go by real quick. And Bob, I guess you heard the text a while ago. He probably texted me about something, and I'll need to get on there and answer him. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will